Started from the bottom, all I had was a dream. Always been alone, never really had a team. Cause the loyalty is suspect, nothing's what it seems. As I'm counting all this money, thinking how to make it clean. Never been broke, see I always had a job. And before I learned to hustle, I was taught how to rob. Nice with the hands, but I'm iller with the shot. Battling depression cause it's lonely at the top. Drinking all this Henny just to try and ease the pain. Though I never had regrets, there's some things that I wouldn't do the same. I would never change for some change, and I never let the sneak distance take me out my game. I'm a grown man. Unless it's for my kids, I don't hold hands. Cause they hate it when you focused on your own plans. So I gamble with my money, I don't gamble with my life in the street. Cause you only get one chance. Grab a bottle of that Henny and I mix it with some Red Bull. Got a couple pills that I'm popping for the pain.
What's going on? My name is Marcus Whitley, and yes, this is good behavior. Now, in this episode, I want to talk about being flexible. And what I mean by that is being able to adapt to change. Because change is a part of growth, and it's something that happens all throughout our lives, whether we want it to or not. I mean, in some cases, you're able to ignore it and stay stuck in your ways. But in most cases, you have no choice. You're forced to deal with it. Whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, your lifestyle, change happens throughout your life. And I know for me, I hated it. I was so set on a routine that anything that disrupted it bothered me. Straight up, I was comfortable. And I know that comfortable it's the kryptonite of growth. Because for as long as you are comfortable, you're never going to step outside of your box and be able to grow. And I mean, they say that in order to grow, you have to step outside of that box. You have to be willing to take on new things, try new things, and experience them, and able to expand your life. Now, for me, it wasn't until prison where I was forced to change. I had to learn how to adapt. And it's not something that happened overnight. But I realized that I had to learn how to adapt if I wanted to survive. Because prison will break you if you're not mentally strong enough to handle it. And the hardest part for me was accepting that this was my life now. And I'd have to learn to navigate this new normal. Understanding that I wasn't going home for a long time, it wasn't easy. Being locked up in a cage like an animal wasn't easy. I had to find ways to keep my mind busy before I lost my mind and went crazy. It was so many times throughout the years I heard grown men screaming and crying at night because they couldn't handle this change and they wanted to go home. They didn't like that time was still going on without them. And that's something that we had to deal with. That's not an easy thing. I mean, to stay focused for me, I created a routine around the structure of prison. So even though prison was already structured and they had it set up the way that they wanted it to be, I created my own routine to make it feel like I was still in control of the things that I wanted to do or how I was going to spend my day. And that made it a little bit easier for me. Whether it was in or out of the cell, I had a way of doing things that were clock down to the minute. That might have been my OCD taking over, because before prison, I never cared about time. I did what I wanted when I wanted. Like, there was no structure. Nothing else mattered to me. But being forced to adapt to this new lifestyle, I had no choice. But honestly, I feel like that's one positive thing I could say that stuck with me after being in prison. I don't waste time anymore. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate everything, every moment that I have, and I'm able to adapt now to any environment that I'm put in. At least a lot quicker than I was able to before. I establish a routine and structure with anything that I do. And honestly, that's made life a little bit easier for me. I've learned to understand what it really means to be independent. And what I mean by that is not only being able to take care of yourself when you're good, but being able to take care of yourself when the circumstances are different. When you're down, or when the ones you've been there for aren't there for you the way that you were for them. Now, I know this might be a little off topic, but I want you to think about how well that you know the people in your life. And if they'd really be there for you the same way that you would be there for them. And if that's not something that you can answer without hesitation or without any doubt in your mind, then maybe those people shouldn't be in your life. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with them or they're not good people, but maybe they're just not meant for you. I mean, it is what it is. You need to be able to grow and be at peace in life. And know that you're always trying to put yourself in the best position possible. So you want people that are going to add value to your life. Now, I mean, going back on topic, about being able to adapt. Each generation is different. And it's more evolved, whether it's technology, social media, lifestyle. Things are always changing. So it's important to be able to adapt with the times. Like, I remember before I got locked up, there was MySpace and dial-up internet. And the Nextel phones with the chirp on them. Like, this generation don't even know what those things are. But when I got out, now you got smartphones, you got tablets, you got all kind of social media and all these other things that are foreign to me. Like, I was 31 when I got out. And not only trying to understand social media, but other things like Amazon, Netflix, you got Walmart.com, Instagram, TikTok, and all of these apps and things were overwhelming. But I knew if I wanted to be successful, then I had to learn how to adapt and learn what all of these things were. But see, the game is always changing. And this is how a lot of people fail, because they get discouraged by it. But the truth is, it doesn't matter how the game has changed, as long as your mindset does it. It's like going from selling drugs to selling t-shirts or books, it's still the same thing, just a different product. So as long as your mentality is still the same, then you're good. I want you to think about that, because the goal is to make sales, not to stress over what you're selling or quit because you don't like what's trending now. I mean, you need to step outside of your comfort zone, like I said. And you got to treat what's new as a new opportunity. Don't miss out on life because you want to hold on to what's comfortable. Now, I hope this episode was able to show you how important it is to be flexible and be able to adapt to sudden changes. Now, my name is Marcus Whitley, and this is Good Behavior. So until the next episode. For more episodes and info, you can find me on all social media at I Am Marcus Whitley, and find any of my books, Both Sides of the Street, Choices and Consequences, Greatness Under Pressure, and Battling Demons, all on Amazon. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.